So one day you're going to wake up and it's magically going to be better because you have that car, you have that money, you have that job, you have that partner who came back, you have that house, you have all these things that you have placed in the future outside of yourself for your own happiness. Is that how this works, or did I miss something? And this is a tricky way of thinking because you usually enforce your goals by a negative punishment if they're not attained. And this is for a lot of reasons. One of them being that if you don't achieve this goal that you've placed outside of yourself, you can't prove your worthiness to yourself because you've based your worthiness on your productivity, which then causes you to stress out about getting this goal because if you don't get this goal, then you're not worthy of your own love because you have placed your love for yourself on something outside of yourself. And it's obvious as to why you can't enjoy your day-to-day because you've placed such an emphasis on your happiness and your love for yourself on this goal. And therefore you have convinced yourself that you will not be happy and or love yourself until you accomplish this goal. But think for a second, where did you learn this? Were you always like this with yourself? Or do you think that maybe you just don't remember being conditioned this way as a child? But think about it like this. You're late to class, you get detention. You don't get your homework in on time, now you've got detention and you're grounded. There's a dress code, you can't go to the bathroom without asking. You get home and depending on your caregivers, you couldn't even be the person who was your authentic self. And so over time, you forgot who that authentic self was because it had been conditioned to just not be that. Because if you were your authentic self, then you would get in trouble. And so not only did you come to believe that the only way to achieve a goal is by punishing yourself into doing it, because believe me, there will be repercussions if you don't do it. You've also probably forgot why you're even going after that thing. But maybe somewhere subconsciously, you have to go after this goal and get this thing because that would mean that you are a good person if you get it. You're good enough then and only then. But another issue with this way of thinking is when you finally get that goal, it's not good enough and you move the goal post. Yeah, well, I've got the partner, but they don't text me enough. Yeah, I've got the job, but they don't pay me enough. Yeah, I've got the car, but it's already dirty. See, the problem with placing your worth on something or someone outside of yourself is that it will inevitably lose its shine. The love of your life is going to fart, the car is going to get old, the money's not going to be enough, and then you're just going to have to make another goal. Like a little hamster on a wheel just running after your self-love. And the thing is, it's been there the whole time. You can choose to do that right now. But what do I know? It seems like your way of thinking is working, right? And if you decided to, you can choose to love yourself right now despite the fact that the world isn't exactly how we want it to be. Maybe you are single, maybe you don't have the exact body that you'd like, maybe you don't have the car or the job that you want, but you can still choose to love yourself despite that, and while you're being patient enough to work on that for yourself. Loving yourself while also acknowledging your dissatisfaction with your life is not mutually exclusive. You can do both at the same time, believe it or not. And you can choose to be patient with yourself during this process. Maybe try to just aim to be neutral with yourself. I don't know if I like you, I don't know if I love you, but you're okay. And then work up to like. And then from there, work up to love. But just be patient and understand that you're a human and that you're going to make mistakes. Things aren't always going to be perfect outside of you, but it's going to be okay. You just have to love yourself. You deserve that at least. Anyway, my name is Sarah. I'm your favorite self-experimenting coach or companion. You're an amazing person, and I hope you have the best day.